The assignments are mounting up, and how are you keeping yourself and your students on tap with everything they need to get done on time? Well, e-business consultant Francie Black is back with us, and we actually have been doing some great looking at apps that really help with any kind of scheduling, right?
Productivity apps, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we looked at Evernote a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
It's a great app. I use it all the time. It's a little more geared toward business, although you can use it for school, but this is called Notability. And it's really geared toward creative note-taking and really for students. You can do math, English, science. It's really neat.
I like this. Okay, so walk us through a day in the life of a student using this app.
Sure. Okay, well, I've got my divider here. This is my school. I also have work and home, and we're going to go into English. And so I'm doing a book review on Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, who hasn't done that one, right?
So, of course, you can type and do all of those fun things, but you can also, if you see how this is so free form, I can bring in pictures, text, little drawings. I can do things like I can highlight my text using my little highlighter up here. Say, don't forget, okay, I'm highlighting this, gotta do this. If I want to erase that, my highlight, I can just wipe off. I can draw with my pencil. And I'm just going to make a little note here, WLOS, okay? And then if I want to erase that off the middle of my note. So it's just
really flexible.
Very, very flexible. All of these components move. So I'm going to take these little scissors, watch this. I'm going to highlight this. My 5 hours of love always ends in tragedy, right? And I'm going to take that and I can slide it around. I can scale it. I can move it. And I'm just using my fingers to do this. It's ultra flexible, very free form.
Nice.
If you want to bring in something from the web, so maybe you want to support your research or your report, I click the little plus sign here, and I can do a web clip.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm actually going to go out to Wikipedia. It takes a second to load. And I could clip any piece of this just for time's sake. I'm just going to go ahead and take the whole page, click done. And now I have that referenced in my notes. So I could look up whatever I wanted to. William Shakespeare. I can size it, I can scale it, I can crop it, I can write over it, I can arrow to it, I can do all kinds.
That's really creative.
It's super creative, great for note taking. You can use, your finger to take notes.
Now, what about like the next step that you've got mapped out for us?
Math.
Math. Oh, love math.
My daughter uses this app extensively for her subjects in school. Yes, she does. And this is actually her. I'm going to show you her doing her math. This is her real work. I videoed her on my iPad. Here she is, and she's literally going into pre-calc. She's going to one of her quadratic formulas. Ugh, not that. So she grabs her pencil tool, scales in, literally does a math problem.
She's figuring out what is working here.
Right. She's highlighting her answer, scales it back down, grabs her scissors, and now she's going to clip it. She wants to move it over in line with the rest of her notes.
Now, when this is done, say they need to hand this in, is this something you can email in?
Absolutely. You can email it, you can Dropbox it, you can do any of those things.
So if you want to know more about this, it's really easy. What you do is send an email to ipadwisdom@gmail.com. Put in the message line, subscribe. That'll set you up to get Francie's e-newsletter, and you can get more information about this app and the others that she's checked out for us. And coming up next week, we're going to actually take a look at another group. She's got this great big long list that we're checking off for you. So what will be our mystery app next week?
I think we're going to do health and fitness next week.
I love it, health and fitness.
Yeah,
All right. Sounds like a plan.